There are 7 levels of players in Roblox The Strongest Battlegrounds, and you might already think you know which one you are, right? Like maybe you're a pro and you've been cooking other players for some time now. But once you actually start looking at the way people play and how people use certain characters in the game, you will realize that there are definitely levels to this. So in this video, we're breaking down the 7 levels of players that you will run into in Roblox The Strongest Battlegrounds. And honestly, by the end of this video, you'll probably know exactly which player you are and maybe even wish that you were a different level. Okay, so first up, we have the newbie or the noob player or the beginner player. Now everyone starts here. It doesn't matter if you're good at other Roblox games, and it doesn't matter if you've been playing games for a long time. The first time you play Roblox The Strongest Battlegrounds, you're going to be confused. You don't know what your moves do. You don't know how to activate your awakening. You don't know how to play any of the characters in the game, and you don't know about a lot of stuff that other players know who have been playing the game for some time. Now, new players don't really think about combos or understanding how to play a certain character. They just kind of run into 1v1s with other players, and then they try to like team up with another player against other players. They're basically the players that pick a certain character because probably that character is their favorite character in One Punch Man, and not because they know how to use that character. Or they may still be playing as Saitama because they don't know how to switch characters, and they also don't know that there's a cooldown on your moves, so they'd be trying to use every move on another player, and then they wonder why they get defeated in a few seconds by the other player. It's funny, but it's also relatable because they're just trying to have fun. But yeah, basically new players are very easy to spot. They will waste like their awakenings and ultimate moves. They don't know how to 1v1. They will just be running in different parts of the map. But the thing is about the new players is that we all been there when we first started playing Roblox The Strongest Battlegrounds. And after playing the game for some time, we gotten better. Then we got level 2, which is the player who follows trends. And this is the guy who's like, he knows enough to know how to play the game, but instead of actually learning how to play the game, they're just using whoever is the popular character and whatever is the meta right now. Like if people say that a certain character is overpowered right now, then they're going to use that character as their main. If people say that a combo is very overpowered, for example, then they're going to be using that combo. The problem is they don't really know how to use the character that they're playing with. They will use the same moves over and over again, and like sometimes it will work, like they will be able to defeat other players, but the thing is, if they don't already have the skill and know how to play the character that they're playing, you can easily figure them out and you will be able to defeat them. The players who follow trends are either people who haven't got that good at the game yet and they're just using the current meta so that they could defeat more players. And usually for the players who follow trends, they will either continue to be a player who follows trends or they will be the next level player. Now level 3 is where most people are probably going to be at, and this is going to be the casual player. They played it enough games in Roblox The Strongest Battlegrounds to actually understand the basics and know how to use the characters. Like they got a couple of characters that they will stick to, like maybe 2 or 3 that they're pretty decent in playing with, and also they can use combos. They can like time their awakening and know how to use their ultimates at the right time, and they actually know how to use their side dashes like they're supposed to. But the thing is, the casual player is not that consistent. Like sometimes they can completely defeat a certain player and then you're like, oh, okay, this guy is actually pretty good. But then when they try to 1v1 a different player, they're just getting cooked by the other player because that other player might be slightly better than them, or they just know how to use their character a lot more. And also like sometimes the casual player will make mistakes, like they might use their ultimates at the wrong time, or they might use their normal moves at the wrong time, or even their side dashes. And so like the casual player will win some 1v1s and also sometimes lose some 1v1s. Usually for the most part, most players are going to be casual players unless they move into the next level. Now level 4 is going to be the solid player. This is where the player has gotten really decent at the game, and for the most part you will know that this player is a solid player when everyone in the server respects this player. These are the players that are going to be using their moves at the right time and the right moment, not just when the move has no cooldown, and they're also not just going to be copying trends and what is like the current meta right now. Like these players, they actually know how to play with the character that they're playing with, and they know when to go into 1v1s with other players and when to back off from 1v1s. Most of the times you will know a player is a solid player by just watching them. You will see like for these players, like they will try to bait out other moves from other players, and that they don't just use their moves at any random time. Like they actually time their moves for the right moment and the right time. They're pretty patient with using their moves and knowing when to go into a 1v1 with the other player, and because of that, for the most part, they usually win most of the the 1v1s that they get into. Now the solid player is going to have a few mains that they play with, like a few main characters that they're going to use, because those are the characters that they're really good with. And also sometimes the solid players are also the players that get mistaken for this next level player. Level 5 is going to be the player who is the tryhard. And bro, like, you know, these guys, you can basically spot them instantly. Like, you know that they put in a lot of hours into this game, and they also know everything that they need to know about their character, and they know which moves to use, and they know which moves to combo into, and they're always changing up their strategies all the time. Like, for the most part, the tryhards, they always have a couple of different strategies that they will use in order to try to defeat you in a 1v1. They're not always going to be doing the same thing every time. They're always changing up their strategy, and they're always doing stuff like trying to bait certain moves from you. And for the most part, most players consider the tryhard players to be the toxic players in the game. They're basically the players that are locked in the game, and especially you will see a lot of tryhards in almost every server that you go into. Now, for the most part, most people don't really like the tryhards, because if you try to 1v1 a tryhard and you lose, they will usually, for the most part, try to come after you again so that they could get more kills. And usually if they don't come after you again, they will try to come after a different player who they know is not as good as them, and they will usually try to 1v1 that same player over and over again until that player leaves the server. Now level 6 is going to be the pro player, and these players are just built different. These players not only know the current meta, they are also the meta. They can basically use any character that they want and still absolutely defeat other players with them, because like, for the most part, pro players, it's not just about the character that they're using, it's also about how good they are at the game. Now you will know if a player is a pro based on how they're playing the game. Their reactions to other players are like on point. They almost never waste their moves, and like, for the most part, if they're low on health, instead of panicking like most players do, they somehow will clutch the 1v1 and they will win the 1v1 instead. And honestly, if you're not on the same level as the pro players, it sometimes feels kind of unfair. Like, if you're playing against a pro player and you got them to low health, you're going to think that you're going to defeat them, but then suddenly you're going to be the player that gets defeated by them, and then you're going to wonder how the situation changes so fast and how you lost the 1v1. These are the players that you will usually recognize, and other players will recognize them as well, and they're kind of known in the game. And finally, we got level 7, which is the GOAT, and these players are the legends. These players are the most famous players in the game, and these are the players that you see on the leaderboards. These are the players that have been playing the game for a very long time. If you ever happen to encounter a GOAT player in your server, and you will see how well they play, and also it's a very lucky chance that you got to see them. Now the GOAT players, they basically mastered every character in the game, and they know every combo, and they know exactly how to defeat you in a 1v1 no matter what you do. And for the most part, they know every little detail about the game. For the most part, the GOAT players are the players that change the way most players in the game will play, because they are the players that can influence the meta. They are the players that are popular in the game, and they're also the players that people try to copy, but you can't really copy them. They are basically the players who are on a whole nother level because they've been playing the game for a very long time. So these are the 7 levels of players in Roblox The Strongest Battleground. Now, be real with yourself. Which player or which level do you think you are in? Like, are you a level 2 type of player, or do you think you're like a level 4 or something? Comment down below on what you think your level is and whether or not you think you're good at the game. Also, if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel and also watch this video next.